Hey y'all, it's Nicole for Speakle Mom Scraps today, and I'm going to be using the Bookish Sequin mix, and I'm going to be making this page right here. Now, I'm going to use just a brownish, tannish colored cardstock from my stash, and I'm going to be documenting this. It's kind of like a graduation party invitation, but also my niece had written our family a special note, and so that's inside the envelope. And then on the back of the invitation is a quote, so I do wind up saving both invitations, one as like the pictures on the layout, and then one of them is hidden in the envelope so you can see the whole thing. I'm using here the Academia collection from 49 Market. And the first thing that I do is I did have this like ruler, what is the thing that goes on the bottom? Branding strip. And then I also had this grid paper, was a scrap in my collection. So I'm going to use that as this like flag banner piece going across the page. So I do, this is how I'm going to kind of set it up. I am going to go off camera. I distress all those papers and then I put them down with double-sided sticky tape. And here I'm going to go ahead and use these square foam pads to pop up the invitation. And then there we go. I kind of forwarded it a little bit. There we go. So that's all down. And then I was going to put it in the middle, but then I decided to offset it to the left a bit. So you'll see that go over to the left in just a second. There we go. And same thing, I'm going to put on the bottom part, I'm going to put some of these little foam stickers. And then on the top part, I'm going to use my double-sided tape. Now I will have the sequins linked down below for you so you can grab those easily. And then you can also use my code Nicole15 to grab those sequins at 15% off. Here I found another branding strip that I thought I could use, which I do. I'm going to use it up here at the top of the envelope. And I was just deciding where I was going to cut it. And of course, it's not going to go all the way across the envelope. It's just going to do a little on, leave a little space on each side. I went ahead and distressed it, and then I put it down here. I did have some charcoal acetate just sitting on my desk here, so I grabbed this piece, and I'm going to use it in my 3 clusters. So I'm going to use 3, 3, and 2 of these little paint swatch palette thingies. And I'm just deciding where I want to put those. I grab a butterfly. It does not make the page, but I keep it there for a little bit. Next, what am I bringing in? The rub-ons from Academia, and I do use 3 of those in 3 separate areas, the clusters. So you're gonna see I use I think that one goes up to the top. Yep. And then I use one that's kind of like a corner piece, and I use that number piece, and I do that. Yep, that's how it's gonna go. So I start to show you how I do my rub-ons, and you'll see right here, I just use my fingernail. They are super easy to put on the page with just your fingernail. And I skipped ahead so that you didn't have to watch me do all of those, but they are now all down. I'm gonna put my acetate back. Still messing around with that butterfly. We'll see what happens. I already told you it doesn't make the cut. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So I'm done with the rub-ons. I'll put those aside. Now I'm bringing out the laser cuts, and I'm going to go ahead and, well, first of all, I think I'm going to use these light bulbs right there, and they do stay there. I'm going to grab all of the green leaves to see where I can put them. My niece's pictures have lots of greenery in the background, so I wanted to bring that in as well. So I'm just gonna grab all the green leaves on these laser cuts. Spoiler, I don't use all of them, but I do use most of them. And then on the back I found these, and I thought that down below that notebook border would go really good underneath the invitations. So I do wind up using that. I didn't realize that it was also connected to this green paper, which I already have green paper, so I don't need that. I just trimmed it off and went ahead and put just the notebook paper down below. Now I'm grabbing some other icons just to add to my clusters. So I grabbed a little globe for the lower left cluster. I do grab a little graduation hat for the right. This is for my niece's graduation. And then I grabbed some arrows, and I grabbed a clock for the top cluster. So you can see here, I'm just grabbing some more arrows, putting them down in that lower cluster. And then, now what am I doing? I'm off screen, so I can't really see what I'm doing. Oh, okay, I'm gonna put that down. And then I'm gonna start to put some stuff down. Especially, you know, that acetate. But then there's a couple of pieces that I don't want to put down yet, because like I'm going to put that hat over the greenery that I add, so I'm not putting that down yet. But all of these I'm going to go ahead and put down, and then I'm going to add the greenery over the top of them. I'm going to go ahead and stick that globe down with some foam squares, and then I decide I wanted one more foam square underneath the world, and then I start messing it up all over the place. But it works out in the end, so you'll see that. I'm actually listening to Pandora while I'm doing this, so anytime I move my arm up to the upper left of the frame, my phone is right there, so I'm either liking a song or disliking a song. Most of it's liking. So here is where we're gonna start adding the greenery, and I just like add it over the top of my clusters, and I think about it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just glue them. Usually I glue 2 or 3 of the leaves from the clusters, and then of course I glue down that hat. So here comes this one. Now I'm going to add a couple of the other just free leaves that are around. I'm going to add some of those to my clusters as well. I am going to go off camera and I'm going to glue down those leaves. I also kind of bent them up a little so it has a little dimension. Here's where I'm adding the Bookish Sequins. You can see that I'm using my Little Mermaid scoop that I got from Spiegel Mom Scraps before, and I'm just kind of tossing them about. I go off screen and use my art glitter glue to glue them down with my tweezers, and that's my layout. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you with some close-ups. Don't forget that Bookish is still available in the shop, and you can use my code Nicole15 to grab them at 15% off. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.